Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Samantha. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I really appreciate you being here. This week's video is going to be a little bit of cleaning motivation, but it's also going to be a lot of decluttering motivation. It's going to be a little bit different than any of my other videos. I am actually going to be doing some decluttering and inventory of my food, our freezers and our pantry, because if you've been following along, you know that we are in the process of getting ready for a big move from New Jersey down to Georgia. So I need to really get a clear understanding of what food we have in the house. My goal is to really use up the food that we have in the house so that we are not throwing out anything unnecessary in the end, and we're not moving anything that is unnecessary. I want to be able to utilize everything we have in the fridge and freezer over the next few weeks in terms of our meal prepping and planning. And with our pantry, I want to be able to be moving as little as possible. So you're going to see me kind of going through everything in this week's video. So it's not any major deep cleaning, it's really just some everyday cleaning, some laundry, actually a lot of laundry. So if you've got laundry on your agenda, definitely throw this up on your phone or your tablet or your TV and get to folding laundry with me, because let's all face it, we all hate laundry, or maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I certainly feel like we are always doing laundry, so I have a lot of that on the agenda today. So if you are looking for some laundry motivation or some folding motivation, definitely throw this up on your device with me and get folding with me. But you're gonna see me doing a lot of that. And then I get right into the food inventory. So I'm gonna go through my freezer right now. Actually, we have two freezers. We have one here and one in the garage, and my pantry, because I wanna try to take some inventory of what we have, because I don't want to end up throwing anything away when we move. You'll see here that my thought process was, well, I'll just make a list writing down everything we have as I go through it. And then I very quickly realized that we probably have more expired things in here than I thought. So then I made the decision that really what I'm gonna end up doing is just going through and throwing out anything that is freezer burned or expired or that we really just can't use first, clean it all out, consolidate, and then once I have everything cleaned out and I see what I'm really working with, then I'll sit and make my full list of what's left, and then I can plan my meals around that. So that was sort of my plan of attack in the end. I was also able to then group things together like breakfasts and meats and vegetables so that it was really easy to see what I had and easier to plan that way too. And never miss an opportunity to do a little bit of cleaning. I don't know if anybody else does this, but friends of ours gave us this tip that when they have small children, a boy and a girl, and when they got hurt, I don't know how they figured it out, but they have one of these things. I think this is like for your skin. It's really cold. I think it's supposed to like reduce swelling or whatever. This one's metal, this one's jade. We got it on Amazon. Our friends actually recommended that we get them for our daughter because what they do is whenever their kid falls down and gets hurt or whatever, and you know, most of it's just sort of anxiety around falling, and it's not necessarily that they're injured in any way. One way that you can distract them and stop them from crying is you give them this. So this has worked. My daughter has fallen a few times or like bumped into something and she was like, oh, boo boo, hurt, whatever. We gave her that and she would put it on her own, injury, not really an injury, how toddlers are, and it distracts them enough, and because they're not really in pain, they're crying for the attention, this distracts them, they actually stop crying. So this works great. I will put a link down below to the ones we bought, but really any of these sort of beauty rollers that you can put in the freezer work really well. This is like if she scrapes her knee, or this is like, if it's something little like on her elbow, but really probably the best purchase we've made since our daughter's been born. Okay, and I'm being a little dramatic. Probably not the best purchase we've made since she's been born, but definitely the best purchase we've made in 2020 since she's been a toddler and has been a lot more active. So definitely check it out below. Like I said, you can get any of those beauty rollers that you can put in the freezer. It has worked out really, really well whenever she sort of gets a quote unquote boo-boo, when it's really not a boo-boo. It definitely is a distraction for her, and she has so much fun rolling it on her skin or her elbow or her hand or her leg or whatever, and it distracts her enough, and then she has so much fun playing with it that she no longer is crying, and she usually ends up just running around and playing with it, and we can all sort of move on with our lives, and she forgets that she even has any sort of boo-boo. So I found the same situation here in our pantry too. A lot of things were actually expired. It wasn't as terrible as the freezer because I had in the last, I don't know, month or so, I had gone through our pantry and had gotten rid of a bunch of expired things. It wasn't as bad as the freezer, but I definitely got rid of a lot of expired things. And I didn't have as much dinner related items. It was a lot of snacky food things. So there wasn't as much that I had to put on my list in terms of meal planning from here. You're gonna see me hold up a bag of broccoli florets. I don't know what I was thinking, but somehow on a recent grocery store trip, I bought 2 gigantic bags of broccoli florets, and we just never use them. In terms of what I ended up throwing away in the end, one of those bags of broccoli was, I think, the only thing I ended up having to throw out. I don't know what I was thinking. It is just ridiculous. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're notified every time I release new videos. As I have mentioned previously, I have lots of packing and cleaning motivation videos coming up as we pack up this house and we relocate from New Jersey down to Georgia. So you don't want to miss out on them. And thank you so much for watching and sticking around to the end of this week's video. I truly appreciate you being here. I hope this video motivated you to declutter a part of your house, maybe your freezer.